Hello, lovely people. Welcome once again to our channel. How have you been? Everything okay? Remember, and these three things, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of them all is love. How is your love life going? I mean, your marriage life. Is everything okay at home? Today we are back again with another episode in our marriage, and that is character appearance. Is it very important in marriage? What are the signs we have to know? What are some of the things we have to keep even before you enter into marriage? And I've been once again fortunate to have my brother OPD and my sister Dorcas with me. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome.
Thank you.
How has it been?
Yes, it's been amazing. It's been good. We are still alive. That is something that we have to be thankful for.
Yeah.
So,
And the kids are also doing well.
they are doing fantastic.
Dorcas, is everything okay?
Yeah, I would want to take this opportunity to wish our viewers a very Merry Christmas. The good Lord has been faithful. He's been good to us. We want to thank God for their lives and ours also. My family is also very grateful to God for keeping us till today.
We thank God. Is there special people you would want to appreciate them for how far, since we started this program, there are people that you are very busy, you are a family man, but you make sure that everything is well at home before you come to the set. Would you like to say something to your partner?
Yes, of course. This camera, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll look in the camera. Yes, take this opportunity to appreciate my wife for all that she's been doing. In fact, everything that you see me outwardly doing, she is the one fixing everything or being the engine behind or everything that I'm saying here.
Yeah.
It's not just for saying it, but it's to tell her how much I appreciate and I see whatever that she's doing, both at home and also outside for the family.
Perfect.
And also to our viewers taking the time to also watch us and learn something from us, and also your comment that you give, we look at it and then we try to do our best. We want to say we appreciate you also.
Yeah, Dorcas, you want to appreciate your husband as well.
I want to take the chance to appreciate my sisters. I have two lovely sisters in this country who always supports me, especially the eldest. She's more or less like my mother. I want to take this opportunity to thank her very much. Her name is Auntie Sophia. I would love to mention her name and say God bless her for everything. And also my sister Adwetiwa. I want to tell you I'm so grateful for everything you do, and my sister-in-law, they know themselves. And then most importantly, I want to thank my husband for allowing me all the time to come, taking care of the kids, and also bringing me and taking me. I'm so grateful. I pray that God should give him the strength all the time. And as Bra OPD said, we want to take the time to really, really, really thank our viewers. We are so much grateful. We started this thing not long ago. We checked the views and it's very encouraging. And we are grateful. We want to thank you. Don't stop. We need your comments. We want to grow more. We want to learn more. We want to be able to come out with things that will really, really help you. So please don't hesitate to write to us, to talk to us. We are there. If it's good, if it's bad, we are all human. We understand everything. And we want to say God bless you.
God bless you so much. What can I add? They've said it a lot. What I can also say is we are so much grateful. We cannot thank you enough for supporting us, for giving us advice in all areas. Someone will ask, how long have you been married that you are hosting a program or you're talking about a program? But look, marriage is a long journey. The experience that you might have 20 years or 10 years, it counts a lot. So it doesn't really matter. How you can make your marriage work is the most important thing. And this is all the program is all about. We want to educate you of whatever knowledge that we have acquired that we think it can help you to move your marriage forward. And for today's topic, we want to talk about character before marriage and after marriage. Some people marry And 2 years into the marriage, some will say, "Oh, when I married my wife, she wasn't like this. Now she has changed. My husband has changed." So today we want to talk about it and know more about it. But OPD, what is character in marriage, or a character of a person?
So yes, to answer your question, let's first look at what character is. That is, when we say character, is an inhabit, or it's a behavioral patterns of an individual that a person over a time has learned it through society, through outside world, through the kind of company that they have found
Associated.
themselves with it. So character is one thing that is very difficult for you to, well, nowadays people can, see you and then see the what is inside you, right, based on their past experience. But mostly I just say that the character of a person is something that you need time to, you need time to, how do you call it, to see or to know what a person exactly, the person who he or she is. So yes, and then to your back to your question that you're talking about, character in marriage. It's always funny when I hear this as a character before and after marriage. Of course, one thing we all ought to understand is that when you are pursuing a person, and I'm talking this from the male, or the, yeah, from the male side of you, right? Mostly people try to put their best foot forward always. So this is where you see the person is gentle, the person is pursuing you romantic and stuff. And then once the female, that is the partner, accept this, they say, oh, this person has changed. And this can also be due to certain reasons, such as pressure and, in the life patterns that has changed. I always say this marriage is two people's coming together, right? So the couple, they come from different backgrounds, and then when these are under one roof, that is where you see the exuberance of the person's behavior, certain things that, like I said earlier, maybe the person in the beginning pursuing put the best foot in front, and then now it's like two foot are in. So one thing that you would do that wouldn't upset the person is now upsetting the person. And that is when people start to ask questions like, hey, who did I marry to, or is this person becoming a stranger to me? So yeah, that is one thing I want us to understand, that people usually put their best foot when they first want to initiate a relationship.
Okay. Dorcas, what are some of the examples that you will see of a person? Like when you talk about that character of a person, what are some of the examples?
Actually, with me, it doesn't have to be some of the examples or anything. With my little experiences in life, what I would say to our viewers now is, when you meet somebody, you should do all things, everything possible, to know the character of the person. Because I realized that the best way for you to know a character of a person, when there's a situation involved, okay, when it comes to monetary aspect, what is the character of the person? When it comes to buying you gift, what is the character of a person? When it comes to having kids, what's the character of the person? Because it's about your behavior. We, as Bra OPD said, because when we go into a relationship for the first time, we pretend more. We pretend more. But if people should really sit down and realize that if you meet somebody and you really want to be with this person for the rest of your life, most of the times when we meet people, that is our intentions of staying with the people for the rest of our lives. But we end up doing things the wrong way, because when you want to be with somebody for the rest of your life, you should remember this person is coming from a different background, and you're also coming from a different background, like coming from a different home, brought up by a different family. So naturally, things are going to change. Things are not going to be like, if your mom gives you something, the way you're going to respond to it is not going to be the same way I am going to respond to it. So I believe that we don't need to have an example, but then we should try to go all out.
Okay, so what are some of the basic things that I will know that that's the character of the person? So after marriage, it can be worse or it will be less.
That is why I'm saying we should go all out. Go all out to know the person you're with. An example is when you're dating somebody that you have in the mind that you want to marry this person. Get angry. Don't pretend. Things that you're supposed to get angry at, get angry. We should be natural. You understand? We should get angry at things that normally you should get angry at. Don't pretend and say, I'm cool. Because you're going to live with this person for the rest of your life, as we keep saying all the time. So every hidden thing in you is going to come out. And this person that is pretending to be holier than thou is not going to be the same person. So push the person. Sometimes you might say you push him and the person will go away, but it's for your own good. Because whatever you would do for the person to go away, if you marry the person, now you're married that he's supposed to commit to you, the person will still go away. So what you wouldn't lose because it is in a relationship and the person is gone. Then you find somebody else. But then if you keep quiet and then you tolerate all these things and you get married, now it has become, I don't know how to put it.
It's not a committed relationship.
Of course. So now it's either you stick with it, and as I always say, our mental sanity. Living with somebody who is toxic, living with somebody who has a bad character for the rest of your life, I don't think that is marriage.
Obidi, some lady will say, oh, he would change. So I would like to try and change this aspect of the person. Is that possible?
I think to some extent I will agree with it, but you see, change. There's a phrase they say, "Be the change that you want the world to be." So if a person, in the person himself, does not want to change, I don't think the third party, being somebody from being with your partner or something, can change. Because, for example, I've made up my mind that this is my character. Maybe I'm somebody that I just want to give something. I leave my clothes on the floor, right? If my wife should say, okay, look, I'm going to marry this person, but I know that this is what he does, and I hope that someday he's going to change. But this is something that I've been doing, and this is something that, for instance, I don't even see nothing wrong with it. So that change that you yourself are thinking, okay, if I marry him, he will. If I am not willing to change, how can the change come?
So my question is, some changes need somebody to help. Like you need help for somebody to be able to do away with some characters. That one is also there.
Yes,
how do you deal with it?
That is why I said to some extent. But then you also have to keep in mind that if a person is willing to change, you see it. And there are some people that they are not. So you cannot force change on a person. Keep in mind that you cannot say, oh, if my husband is doing this, maybe if I give birth, maybe change. The person has to be willing. And I understand to some extent that there are some examples or some things out there that you hear that, oh, my husband was not helpful at home until our first baby came. But then when you get to the husband, you will see that it was self-reflection. It was something that the husband was willing, sat down one day and said, maybe this, my behavior, this, my character was not good. It's not helping my home. I have to change. That's what I'm saying. The individual who you want the change on should be willing to. Other than that, no matter how much pressure or persuasion you use, it's still going to be.
Into doctors, my friend say, "Sumabi or me who am intimi and sasa me ankasa intimi and sasa na me kushia be maybe and a bear man so peso worry me. Open me pen or so pay me, but me intimi ankasa me hono me intimi and sasa so buy no.
Yeah.
Now me pese be me so worry me like me pen me anything.
The American says, and America say, oh, be warrior, you should go all out. That is, sesi ano de yen mu sesi ano yen na amafo no aba sesi ano yen tie ase kire yen se eni se wo fere wo bibiye mu se no why wadwen se opese why wadwen se nipa na wona nete no pese wona nete na wo problem a de bia masemo a meka ne se mo starting relationship, something that Christians will say courtship and I say girlfriend boyfriend whatever na that is where SSS uma usuba nyina daddy. But here mom no, we rather pretend it was our time nim. Yeah. Wo SSS uma suba nyina daddy. Say ebia mensa ha me. You might think say ebia wugu when him as to push the person away. But say adia na yawo dia, the thing is not going anywhere. That is the thing has come to help you. So you should be able to go all out to tell the person say masa, cha mensa ha bi hom enya adia me pe. But I said maybe minya be manam no hwa bia nam tutu ni botom. Say even wo catch no na say even through ade no aware no say nyame amadom kra na be ma no sa ehu say that no no tina say na say obana ni sika ya on botom onim say na na afa. That wouldn't be a new thing for the person. What am I say? So I think that if you have a problem and then you meet a man that you really want to settle with, I'm telling our viewers, please, when you're dating somebody or when you're in courtship with somebody, be vulnerable. Go low to your lowest point. So yes, Anna, ade bi wo mu kan nyina kire nipa no because ebi mo hono ba they can't even talk about it. But the more I will come wasem might push the person to also bring out certain character be a war no so mu a ono so feel say enye. There should be communication. Bibia mo kasa ho. Bibia wo kasa ho. I was telling a friend of mine that I think say a friend once a day told me say when she's dating a man now she wouldn't want to help and as everyone say or let me phrase adeni ye madam for ne ka kire me say oni ofa boyfriend no ne wo say a onye say bibia obetimi aye say woni be ma wo ho say bi wo ho ma bibi we say auto gift mo na say bibi na said ye bi a hu say be ma ne responsible wo feel so ntimi ye ho na we own it up na why is a bad thing because at the end of the day mo warrior be ma no we sua sa de ne sa he has built on it and say anonym sa de bi wo ho a wo betimi aye. And he might take pride in it, but inwardly you are dying. What am I saying? So you should be able to do your womanly thing. Kacheno, ebi amasa, minim se ne kasa wo bedwem. Ebi amasa me brofo nhyeda nkoye. Any man who treasures something, any woman who treasures a man would want to clean up the thing, protect the thing, and make the thing on one there. But then it's all come on tum, na se one kan ho hwe there. And there would warem dear massa. I know there is a dangerous thing altogether because now the person will worry where we are able to on funny serious, be on fire worry serious. But me who says when you kwa we no ufili say we oni ade na wi. Wo but time now open there you're working towards it. Inti say if there is any problem you should be able to sit your partner down as difficult as it is no. As one in the tenacity nya botere. We be wo ha na the person might go back. Go away from you, will never come again. Down yamiasi. Because sa ade we na how no won't be fan kwa warem. Obi wo ho abetimi na kan obeka say bia metimi aboa. E bia ono nso senya be ya senya ono na nyina so a ode boa no. E bia ho na obe hu nipa ne character ye. Wo hu obi wo aka chen say me yokromfo but all boa mu agyan no e ya teantean mu e yenim guase mu wo di sua nipa no. It is some of these things that make can say you need to calm down and then be raw. Relationship man someone
you are still watching the marriage series. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. Brother OPD, let's talk about in marriage some men or some women when you tell them past experience and now soon be because what's a woman be did you what can't you know and no use against you. How do you deal with it?
Yes, so practically, that is why my sister was also saying that, you know, the other side of going all out is you, the partner, you're also going to see this person that you are with. So example, let's say I tell you, let me use my sister, I have kleptomania, right? Me nsahame.
Yeah.
Na makacho say me kuno bia makacha me yere say oh me nsahame.
Yeah.
Ni apie ni akoba bi na bia bibi ayira.
Yeah.
Nti we say bibi ayira na
Na obehwe me.
ade na ayira na e wo hɔ ana. What you say? As at that time no, we say wo gumani man say.
Yeah.
Right? Ebi kura na nyeme na mafa. Ebi post kura na me na mafa kura na the way I will see address no. Enti na empempi no nipa pi no so eka omoni e ma hye no. Because onim say o ka what the baba ye dey.
Reference.
Because there are some people there's something we call negative influence. So so now on say or boa ya dey but we use negative force na ye. Ti you say oh you be out da untimi sorentem. Right? Instead of say obakacho say oh danten. Oh no, the baby are be late. No, the person oh wow, but procedure now or they found and ma okra na fe kra de.
Yeah.
Bamu kra ye dey.
Ebu
Mo say ma se mi na as a wakacho no. So ntino mostly people do not want to what tell people whatever it is that is bothering them because of how I will nipa no receive message na be give back the feedback no. So we all as persons one thing we have to know is we are not perfect. Me who no be or say why perfect. Me who be that. What I say Anna in the eyes of our creator no we are all the same. Ebi who say oh we do your kronfo it would ya kwadro crowd the no in the eyes ni nyina the same. Enti send you be kana some chewa fan say e wo na go through how you handle it no and then the next time be for her na where they rather than and I'm talking this because sometimes I say yeah we like say na you understand you use negative reinforcement instead of positive reinforcement because you who say catch you be say wo de wajimi a and be mani pakura hunu nyansa but no you are telling the person so wajimi actions be na wo take ono hunu say o na dey kra no me say me jimi dada nti say me my years ka kra is that news and then we have to also as a people try to use more positive reinforcement when you per se your quality will be an answer if yes na people will not come to us anymore.
Lucas,
I want to say something to back what my brother said. I want to give a typical example of the Yeye King. And I'm going to use myself. Most of the times I use myself. When I started dating my husband, we were boyfriend, girlfriend. And at a point, we traveled somewhere. And then he had a couple of his friends coming over to come and eat. And it was a foreign country, so I had to prepare granite soup. And it was a foreign country, but it's a different language. So me call shop on near money normal church or mokasim. So I bought granite. I thought it was a normal granite paste. I didn't taste it, no knowing say they had sugar in it. So I say, Papa, I've gone to buy my meat, everything. Just say I want to impress. My young quine de. Me when I make quine and I say ORS no. You could taste sugar, not knowing say yeah, and Katia Chicho my dear brodo said and me dirty abranti me chamania bring me power. So me a man can't say, you see,
yeah,
man can't say enquire no, I hear ORS. But guys, I might say woman no be didi. And I'm savvy, and I'm dry and I'm me cautious. Auntie, what happened? I had then my boyfriend, like they started talking with some boys there. And I heard my boyfriend saying, Cha, I don't catch in the sanity. Cha, when say, what to be Nyagana there no? When we say Anity, Cha, me and this, I just say, yes, why you're pen cutting quine, and Muka, some open cutting quine. Also, or you don't know one way Nyagana need them is you on far way, Anye. What you must say? Namisha through, and I'm tear. Me who say wakasa ape na mbafo. My relax. What am I say?
Yeah.
Every hono, I took a very firm decision on this guy.
Yeah.
Because in my darkest moments, he was there to cover me. me a menti me an kan kire no me bad side no say ni na anka bia me friend na chekugwe bi say chamasa I'm giving you heads up nkwai no adani ORS nti unamfo ne kasa ba misiro say me kokan bia no we gu mani masa na
akasa woni maduane cry yeah
but ono he stood up for me.
Yeah.
It is good that he did that, but I think say sanka me so mitimi catch re na e bia nyo kan ka obeka obe upgrade no ho ka bia obeka nsem akese ama mitirima de wosro ho wo ho enti ya na communication de bia meka communication hia wo bibie mu ade bia nhia ase no se kasa ne ya mutumi de ko akiri se kasa ne nya wo mfa nu ba bia ena siro na me ferry no be jame yenyi obeja me nim free ho because ebe yes obeja wo girlfriend and obeja wo aware e bi kwa na baba kwa bem nti me se me kakra me kan fa.
Okay, OPD, how can I create a good character appearance in my marriage?
Well, like how can you create a good character appearance? One thing that I would love to say is it the married, it is one or partner, right? So mutu no na Mr. Yeah, usual communication montana say yeah ankofobri kase aware no it is you against the world. And you know, what is creating a good character appearance? Creating something that will be accepted to no. What is it? So example. So no ma example say time na who say enquire say one cash and but then boyfriend then no was able to say something to what to please and I said man nyansa for them to understand why enquire tasty as that. You see, also create a new partner no say honey no darling or what name be a movie this week dia na me ya ohwa anyi na dia na ohwa me here ebetimi ayi and to say an example of oh so this week dia enquire na wo ye ne dia na o de e bia o de speculous peanut butter na here and the next time no
wait
what you say then no that is how we create the good character because our mummy no na journey mummy no na mo ye dey mutu and the more now more communicating no character appearance good one will come after no bon say my I wouldn't even use the word perfect fit but it will be like okay for you everybody knows the me bomani am in the upper chair also bomani am in the also patch. You know, there's a clear communication there. Because sometimes, no, beginning we became vulnerable. Yeah, understanding say, yeah, him say, yeah, perfect, right? And yeah, try say we want to attain perfection. We don't even want to be perfect. We want to attain it. Until who want you until there be through weekly, monthly checks. No, these things no will be corrected. Until that is how to me there will be some here how we can create a good character appearance. No, it is not a booklet. Be a baby no akasa wo kofa no asia. It is you and your partner sitting down, doing checks in. Mo dey na hwa me ya anko yi. Oh, hanu wo ye se wo dan ne kakra nke be bitimi aye. Oh, hwa in see ya late until no next time maybe yen started 2 hours earlier. You see?
Okay.
So,
Doctors, what would you add?
What I would add is we should stop the pretense. We should stop pretending. It doesn't work. It doesn't help in anything. Even in girlfriend, boyfriend, in marriage, it doesn't help. And we should, before we try to criticize each other, we should compliment first. We should appreciate first. Because say we can't be as so much and idea will be one enye. Now money who say effort now or putting in no appreciate ya. Who can't say me panasum. You don't start by attacking. You don't start by defeating the person. You don't start by putting the person low. As Ropi can be how catch and say where Jimmy can say, oh, catch and say where Jimmy no this in idea. Who come soon, most where Jimmy today be honest with you idea where Jimmy.
OPD, can you give me your last word?
yes, so I was there when my sister was talking now. You see, let's look at character as you're in front of say your physical body, right? So yes, say bear matter say me when I say my fruit I can see and I say my gaining weight. What do? Diet, exercise, what I said,
Yeah.
any be was a
And you say we do at a
sana.
certain time near
What I said, this is my sister Ekano. Let's try to complement each other's answer. I'm saying, I say, you I think 2 years ago, a phrase we by respectfully. Ni eta you say. Mbese me catch us what Jimmy come say respectfully. What Jimmy? You know, let's try to know how to communicate good. Because character na ye kind of the problems be about our because we where the world is gearing towards to know surprises no yempe.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter any worry na say ochina a surprise are ye twem. Because we don't want to repeat certain patterns. We don't want to be miserable in marriage. Our end was say what I say energy and energy you can't you perceive you experience it be. And how do you experience it? Through communication, through more you know what class no say yeah perfect. But we want to attain this say near yeah a bit me a boy. And then by doing these checks and balances, I think everything should be perfect.
Okay. Lucas.
What I would say is, and this one, I will beg our viewers. Marriage is a difficult thing, and I would always say it's a difficult thing, and it is. So, if we are talking about character and you meet somebody, na uhu se nipa ne character na all day dino, wow. Na we are wondering say wo ware ni we are betimi asesa na, you are going to die. Because kaine hu say I always say maame ne papa no motiti na akole bi ho na ne papa obo ne maame de bia. E bia ne maame odidi ne papa atem de bia. Ade na aya chronic e wona adwenim. That has become nipa ne su ene ne ban. Somebody like this, though love is deep no, obi say no. Eya na omu hia muwa pa. Na wo wankoye victim ama ne maame ne papa bre ade omo ye no wo wankoye victim ama de kro no say your relationship some of these characters we need to really look at them ma odo bi eno na don't call it love sa de bi na ya na sisi ani so na it say akata ade and the real deal na see hu no so no we should say ye hu ade that is why divorces are also no say nipa no owo tibie bi woni ne nam makwa bonten ade bi ho no watiantia woni pam ne namfofo aba ade bi ho no wagu ani mu ase nso mi kan no nyina na bia ohia wo fie no do wuko nso kodo abontin bia na damfo bi make some silly comment bia no wagu ani mu ase ye programming de bia me ka say we are not counseling people, we are educating. Enti nyame ye wadom na wunya wodofo na ho ne te na se mo pese mo bobra komani mu a character is a very important thing for you to study about the person. So we went me and Sunny Panama de na muawa. Senya wo ho na wo badwene a dwene nkola a wo ba be wo mo ho because every child is an image of a mother or of the daddy. So my advice is that we should really study the character of these people or these men or these women before we get involved with. And sana abe very chronic amai.
Thank you so much for being here today and a fruitful discussion as such. Thank you so much for watching. What can I add? Do your very best and take your time to study the person you want to marry. It's very important because some characters you can never change if the person is not willing to change. If it's a problem, why don't you seek counseling or special help from somewhere in your marriage if it's really disturbing you in your marriage? Seek professional advice or counseling so that such characters could be properly and can be properly addressed. Thank you for watching, and this has been the marriage series. Please don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe, and leave your comment, and we'll come back with your answers and everything. I'll come back and answer you. Thank you. Till we see you next time. It's bye from us.